Welcome back to our Sentinel webcast interview with Rochester street guru, Harry Wynn. You've been doing this for a long time now. What's your favorite part of the job?
Favorite part? Well, I guess when a lot of people call in and recognize what we do, we don't get too many thank yous, but you know we do get a lot of cards from little old ladies that thank us for stuff, and you know I don't know what I did with it, but I do have a card that from a gentleman I helped out the city park. He's a handicapped gentleman and in a wheelchair bound, and we did some work out there so that he could get around to the part of the city park, and he did send me a note with a thank you on it. So sometimes, you know, we don't always get thank yous. We're always the bad guys, but always the first guy that called when something goes wrong.
What's your least favorite part of the job?
Is having to tell somebody, no, I can't do that because that's not our cup of tea. You know. I get a lot of telephone calls from people out in the county that thinks the street department goes out there, and they'll call in here just raising Cain, and then I have to say, ma'am, I'm sorry, but the street department, well, aren't you the street department? Yes, but we don't, we're the city, we're not in the county, you know.
Yeah.
We get a lot of calls from Lighters Ford and that DeLong area wanting something done. And you know, they get really, some of the citizens get really irate, and then when you have to tell them, hey, you know, you're calling the wrong department, you gotta call somebody else.
So how many mayors has Rochester had since you started?
See, I started with Cab Halderman, Don Cook, Wayne Hiddle, Phil Thompson, the guy he died, Eddie Fansler, and then Mark Smiley.
What are some characteristics of a good mayor, without naming any names?
Be willing to take a lot of stuff from the citizens. I mean, you know, you want to tell them stuff, but you just got to buck up and agree with them and say we'll try to do what we can do. You know, don't promise them the world, but try to, you know, we'll try to do something to satisfy you. But
how many Board of Works meetings have you attended, would you guess?
Well, when I first started, we didn't have to attend the Board of Works meeting, only if we had something. And then Mayor Thompson, when he come in, we had to attend every meeting. And then when Eddie Joe come in, it was just if you had something, you come to the Board of Works. And then Phil come back in again, so we attended, and then now we attend them. I meet with the present mayor. I meet with him every Thursday. The department heads meet with him every Thursday, and every other Thursday we meet with the Board of Works. So tomorrow we meet with the mayor.
What are you going to miss the most about your job?
The guys, because I got a pretty nice bunch of guys that you know, I call them up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and they're willing to. They'll come in. I love calling them up when their wives are getting the wives. Is so and so there? You know, getting her out of bed. And the funniest thing I ever did was Sarah Thomas. I don't know if you know Sarah and Dale Thomas. They lived on Monroe Street. And Pee Wee Smith's wife, Diane. They was always wanting to go with me on a snowplow. We're gonna ride with you. One morning, it was early. I called old Sarah up. Dale answered the phone. He said, "It's for you, Sarah." I told her to get her butt out of bed. I'd be there in 5 minutes. And I said, "You call Diane and tell her to get in here because we're going." She never to her dying days, she never let me live that down. I called her at 2 o'clock in the morning to tell her, let's go.
How long were you a volunteer fireman?
38 years.
38 years.
Got the axe.
Did you?
They give us an axe for a retirement.
Tell me about a couple of the bigger fires you were. Were you on that big Main Street fire?
Yeah, that Coast to Coast or Wilds fire, was there. And the one down there by the where Bud Moore had his shoe store, there where Deemer and Deemer's at, brick building
right.
next to where the Kentucky Fried Chicken was there.
Do you miss fighting fires?
Sometimes. I miss Gary getting the guys. I mean, back in the old days, it was, you know, the older guys was a lot. These new guys were good. For Walt Grube and all them guys were, you know, they fed you pretty good there. Like a living proof of Walt Grube and Gene Mountain's cooking. You know?
Yeah. I remember eating some turtle over there
Yeah,
when I was a volunteer.
yeah. You can. The funniest thing I remember about volunteer when you was on when Joe Gooch and Greg Miller, when you dropped that air conditioner out of that house on 10th Street, and they put that ad in the Sentinel. Joe Gooch
That
called.
was pretty funny.
Joe Gooch called your wife up one morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. Wanted to know if you had that air conditioner.
For $15.
Yeah, for $15.
She didn't see the humor.
No,
in
she
that
did not
right
see
away.
the humor in that.
I thought it was pretty good. Do you have any? Are there any common misconceptions about the street department, about what these guys do over here?
Oh, they think that we can just go anywhere and do anything, you know. But you know, they just want us to come on their property and do this and do that. Well, you know, we just insurance reasons prohibit us from doing that kind of work. You know, we just can't go under your property and do something. Then if it ain't right, and then you're going to sue us for this or sue us for that, and our insurance company just doesn't like that when you
Sure.
do that kind of stuff. So you have to limit. You know, you got to know what you can do and what you can't do. And you know, we get a lot of it. If a tree storm comes through, a windstorm blows a tree down in your house or something, they want us to come across and pick up it. Well, you know, I just tell them we can't do that because if something happens, you know, picking it up, and then you're going to make somebody's going to hold us liable for it.
Well, and there's a fairness issue too. Who's going to get the
Yeah,
work, you know?
yeah. So we just, you know, that's the problem. It's just trying to. People want us to do everything, and we just can't do everything.
Last question: which of the Wynn twins is the smartest,
We're both smart.
and which is the best looking?
Oh, I'm the best one.
Okay.
I'm the best one. Hey, right, Cindy? I'm the best one.
All right. Well, thanks for spending some time with us.
No
We
problem.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay.